no one can know how.
Hi guys, how are you? My name is Christine and I'm live from Gloucester, and I'm here to today with today's question, which is quite interesting. In fact, what are all things you do with your smartphone? What all things you do using your smartphone? Apologies right there. I got some hiccups just before the lesson, and I can't seem to stop. Okay, so here we go. So let's start from. Oh, I see here we don't have many students today. Let's start from Arush. Arush, can you please, excuse me, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Ma'am, can you just give me 1 second?
Absolutely.
Ma'am, I have written the questions answer.
Mm-hmm.
I will just say that only. My name is Arush Kumar. I study in class 4. My school is Delhi Public School, Mega City, Kolkata. And my favorite hobbies are playing, dancing, and
Okay, and what did you do? What did you do with your day today?
first I woke up in the morning at 6 o'clock. Then I played some games. See some videos of that game. Then after that, I was getting ready for my online classes, 9:30 till 1:45. After that, after my classes, I was just doing a meeting with my brother. Then after that, I slept 5 to 6 hours. After that, I woke up and did a little bit of dance. After that, I just get ready for my LWT classes, 6:15 to 7:30. Then after my classes, I was just playing. Then I joined. You are muted.
Yes, don't worry, I know. Okay, very good. And what are all the things that you do using your smartphone?
I use YouTube, WhatsApp, Zoom, Google Meet, camera, Amazon PPT. Games, activities, etc.
Excuse me, sorry. And what do you use I'm sorry, I'm actually muted myself because I've got a bit of hiccup situation for the lesson. So that's why I've been muting and I'm muting myself. So what do you do exactly on your smartphone? You mentioned YouTube. Can you explain a bit more?
Ma'am, I use this much apps only, and the most frequently I use Google Meet and Zoom for my online classes.
Have you created your own channel?
I just created my account, then after that I just created a channel, then I put some short videos. Like I have also put in a drawing, crafts, how to make PDF, and lots of it will go on my channel.
Okay, very good. And what do you do in your own channel? Can you explain a bit more?
What now?
Can you explain a bit more about your channel?
Ma'am, I have not uploaded any videos till now because I'm not getting time. Whenever I think to make a video, sometimes it's my study time, playing time, dancing time. I didn't get time to upload videos. So like from 2 to 3 weeks, I'm not making some videos. Because I have no time.
Okay, so you've not made videos for quite a long time. Excuse me again. It's really weird. And beforehand, what kind of videos were you making?
Like before creating my channel,
Mm-hmm.
like I see gaming videos, experiment videos, and then after that some drawing videos,
Okay.
and etc.
Okay, so you've always made kind of artistic videos and things like that.
What, ma'am?
So you've always made kind of artistic videos and things
Yes,
like that.
ma'am. The first I see some videos, then after that I just copy that video, like drawing, crafts, and lots of.
Okay, fantastic, very good. Excuse me again. And what else do you use your smartphone for?
Ma'am, I use for my friends call.
Okay.
Most.
And you mentioned your friends. What kind of apps do you use for your smartphone?
Like I download some of the apps. Some of the apps are there from before when you buy a phone. When you buy a phone, YouTube is there, WhatsApp is there, everything is there. But sometimes like in iPad if you will go, so like over there you have to download YouTube, Zoom, all the apps, Google.
Okay.
That I don't like Mac that much because you have to download, then create Apple ID, then put a password. That is lot of trouble.
I see. I agree. I agree with that. Like putting passwords sometimes gets a bit annoying. But Arush, can you tell me a bit about what you do with your friends on your accounts?
Like ma'am, some of my accounts I give to my friends. Like if they don't have their account, I don't give that this account which is named me, like Arush Kumar Rocks 397. I have another account which is hp346567@gmail.com. So I just give that account to everyone because that account I don't use much. Because that account I also don't use YouTube most, and I also just and I gave that account to my friends, and just I don't give to many friends because like many friends, like one of my friend is like a hacker boy, but I can't tell you his name because if you will hear his name will be really annoying because it's really annoying name.
Why can't you tell me his name?
Yeah, because he has a really annoying name. If you will hear, you will just get annoyed.
Okay. What do you mean by annoyed?
Yes, ma'am, but I have his number. Like, I can just tell you that boy's name in the chat. That is really annoying one.
I see. Okay. Okay. But in what way is he annoying? Like, is he annoying in his character? Is he annoying because he has an annoying name? Excuse me once again.
Name. He has an annoying name.
Yes, he has an annoying name.
Yes, ma'am.
I see. Okay. Excuse me. I don't know what it is with these hiccups today.
A glass of water. Sometimes it just gets stopped.
Thank you very much for that. I have been trying water for the last half hour, but I don't know what it is, honestly. Okay, so let's try, excuse me, let's take our new student here.
Yes, ma'am, I think so. His name is Vidushi, and she has just named as like any nonsense name. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Arush. Hello. Hello, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my name is Vigushi Sharma and I'm 10 years old. I read in 6th standard and I read in Minerva Public School, Katuba, JNK.
Fantastic. And can you tell us a bit about your day as well?
Ma'am, I do not understand.
Oh, can you tell us a bit about your day? Sorry, excuse me. What you did with your day. So from the moment you woke up to now, what did you do with your day?
Yes, ma'am, there are summer vacations. So I wake up in the morning, then I will sometime I will do yoga, and then I go to bath. Then I eat my breakfast. Then I do my summer vacation homework, and then I was play with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watch a little bit of TV. Then I eat my lunch. Then I slept for a few hours, and then I was play and cycling.
Okay, very good. Excuse me again. Okay. Fantastic. And today's question will be looking at what are the things you do with your smartphone. So can you tell me, what do you do with your smartphone?
Mom, I have no phone. I use my parents' phone.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what do you do with your parents' phone?
Ma'am, I watch YouTube and I chat with my friends on WhatsApp.
Okay, fantastic. And tell me a bit about WhatsApp. How do you find it? So since you use your smartphone for that, how do you find your smartphone usage? How do you find your smartphone?
Ma'am, I do not understand.
Okay, and what else do you use your phone for? Is there anything else you use your phone for apart from your smartphone? Anything else you use your smartphone for? So apart from WhatsApp, do you use any other apps?
Yes, ma'am. I use a Zoom app for my online classes.
Mm-hmm.
And Google.
Okay, and okay, so what do you usually search for? So you use, I assume you use Zoom for your online classes, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what do you usually do? So you use Zoom, and what else do you usually search for?
Ma'am, I'm not using more phone.
Okay. Okay, so can you explain to me what you do a bit more?
I'm just I'm watching craft videos and search about paintings and crafts of tribal. I'm just searching Google in about the tribal arts of India, and then I copy it and I make paintings.
You make paintings? Okay, what app do you use to make paintings?
Just I search on Google this painting that was like, then I draw it.
Okay, okay. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Mom, your voice is not clear.
Sorry, can you repeat that again, please?
Mom, your voice is breaking.
Oh, sorry about that. So I was telling you, what apps do you use for your paintings? So you were telling me about your paintings. So what apps, what kind of apps do you use for your paintings?
Ma'am, I'm just use Google for search. I'm not use any app.
Okay, fantastic. And can you explain to us your favorite app, maybe?
Ma'am, my favorite app is Google and YouTube.
Okay, and why do you like it so much?
Ma'am, because Google contains many things that can be searched.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube because I can find my channel and how many subscribers I
Okay. Okay, fantastic. Okay, and if I were to ask you, like, what kind of app do you told me you use WhatsApp a lot. So what do you use it a lot for? Because our question today is, what are the things do you what all the things you do using your smartphone? And you told me about WhatsApp. So what is it that you use WhatsApp for most?
I use WhatsApp most because my school messages are in there, my friends chat are in there, so I use WhatsApp more.
Okay, very good. Okay, and so do you use it contacting your friends? You use your smartphone contacting your friends most?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic. And is there anything in particular you contact your friends about? So do you contact your friends about school most? Do you contact your friends about watching shows? Or because of course I know it's COVID, so you probably won't be contacting them too much about going to play outside. But do you contact them about maybe games that you're playing at home, or games that you're playing online, or anything you're watching online? What kind of things are you looking at?
Chatting with my friend about the school and my YouTube channel. Because I'm not doing online games.
All right. Okay. So mostly about your journal. Okay. So what kind of things? So let's dig a bit deeper, and go into what you're looking at most. So what kind of things are you looking at when you dig a bit deeper? When you talk about your online journals, what kind of things are you talking about there? Hello?
Ma'am, I'm not understand.
What kind of things are you talking about?
I'm talking about with my friends about our school homework or school, and I'm talking about my YouTube channel and their lifestyles.
Okay, very good. And what kind of things do you do in your YouTube channel?
Ma'am, I'm sharing vlogs, tour vlogs, and painting vlogs, and some challenges.
Okay, very good. And so what else do you use your smartphone for? So we talked about WhatsApp. We talked about your YouTube channel. Is there anything else you use your smartphone for?
Ma'am, I'm using Play Store for download games, such games.
For downloading games. Okay, so what kind of games do you like to play?
Ma'am, I was like to play Subway Surfer and Ludo, chess.
Okay, are you any good at Ludo and chess? I know I am a bit. I'm not that great in chess, but it's a very smart game. I'm not that great in chess. My partner is, however. What about you?
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just saying that I'm not I'm not that great in chess, but my partner is. What about you? Are you good at chess?
I'm not good in chess.
Okay, very good. And let's move on to Arush again. Arush, I know you've had your say, but is there anything else that you thought about that you use your smartphone for? Arush, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a bit more about what you use your smartphone for. Is there anything else in particular that you use your smartphone for?
Ma'am, I use like YouTube and some other apps. Like there are lots of apps.
Okay,
like
what?
Facebook. I also use Facebook because I have a Facebook. I don't have a Facebook ID. I use my mother's Facebook ID.
Okay, you use your mother's Facebook. And why do you use your mother's Facebook? What do you get from it? Do you get your friends or?
I have created like another Facebook ID which is on my mother's background.
Okay.
Background noise. Just give me some minutes. You can just ask. Wait, just. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are there any apps that you like to use?
What, ma'am?
Are there any apps that you like to use? Anything else that you like to use your smartphone for?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you like to use your smartphone mainly for these online classes and your WhatsApp. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. And I use more apps, but I don't use any more apps. Like I also use Google Chrome.
Okay.
Like, ma'am, can I tell you what apps I use in my computer?
Of course. You can move from your apps. Okay. The question is really about your smartphone. So can you tell me more about what you use your smartphone for?
Ma'am, no. There's no more apps.
No other apps that you use. Are there any games that you like to play?
Root Theft was Car Simulator 2020 and IDBS Bus Simulator. These games I use to play.
So you use your simulator. Okay, so use your smartphone as a simulator. And what kind of games did you play?
Like fighting, racing.
Okay.
Racing.
Okay. Were they more RPG games? What kind of games are you talking about? Role-playing games? Are they action and arcade? What kind of games are you talking about here?
Action games. I don't like action games. I like car games.
Okay.
Like lots of people say like this Root Theft was as like cheapest GTA 5.
Okay.
Lots of people say like that only. They don't say this is Root Theft was where we'll play Root Theft was. Everyone just says we will play today the cheapest GTA 5 which is called as Root Theft was. So I just laugh at that time only. That why are they saying this? Why are they not saying directly we will play Root Theft Wars today?
Okay, very good. Excellent. And okay, good. Thank you for answering that. And Vidushi, what about you? What kind of do you play any games? Vidushi, do you play any games? Are there any RPG games maybe, or arcade games or action games? What kind of games do you play?
Mom, I like to play dressing games and racing games.
Okay, and do you play these on your smartphone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And why do you like to play them? What kind of, because you mentioned your games. What kind of games do you play? What are the names? And why do you play them?
Ma'am, I play chess, Ludo King, Subway Surfer, and ma'am, some games that I not know what it call.
Okay, and what's the reason why you play them?
Ma'am, because I like Ludo and chess, so I play it, and dressing games because I like to dress.
Okay, okay, you mentioned you like to dress. Is this something you want to pursue in the future? Would you like to be like some kind of fashion designer or anything like that?
Ma'am, I'm not decided I'm not decided what is my aim.
You've not decided whether you want to be a fashion designer or not?
I'm not decided.
That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. Okay, very good. Okay, so today I've had Rush and Kumar, and you've both told me about what you use your smartphone for, and you both very much use it for WhatsApp and also for playing different kinds of games, which may be very much related to what you want to do in the future, or maybe not. But you both use it for your interests. And do you use it, if I may ask, Vidushi, do you use it a lot to find research for material for school? Any material that you use for school?
I find it in Google.
Okay, very good. And what about you, Arush? Do you find it helpful when it comes to research for school? Arush, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you find it helpful for research for school?
Ma'am, I search Google and Microsoft Edge.
Okay, very good. And so you find everything you need from Google Edge?
What?
Do you find everything you need from Google Edge?
No, ma'am, I use both Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. Like I get everything from both of the browsers. And my father has told me that in Mac there is like, instead of Microsoft Edge, there is Safari. Ma'am, do you use iMac?
I don't. I use Google Safari as well.
I'm asking like what device you are using? You are using Apple device or something?
I use Apple, but I mean it's Google Safari that comes up.
Yes, ma'am. But the best thing is that like in Microsoft and then Mac, you can use Google Chrome. That it's not like that. There's no Google Chrome. You have to use Microsoft Edge for Microsoft. You have to use Mac for Safari. That it's not like that. Google Chrome is on every phone, laptop, desktop, iMac, on every device.
I see. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, what device are you using right now to join this?
Oh, right now, like I said, I use Safari and I use Apple.
And ma'am, you use MacBook?
Apple, yes.
MacBook. Mac Air or Pro? I think so. You are using Pro. MacBook Pro.
Yes, the Chrome. Yes, I do use Chromebook.
Yes, ma'am, but just give me a second. Just give me a second. Yes, ma'am. So like I have also iPad and iPhone, but I don't have Mac. But I have Mac, but it is fake Mac. Yoga, Lenovo.
Oh, I see. Okay. You know more than me about this subject, definitely.
Ma'am, if you will see, it will look like Mac. If you will take a Lenovo laptop, Lenovo Yoga, so you can just put your Lenovo Yoga screen 360 degrees.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Very good. I didn't know about that.
You can also use as laptop, and also you can use like tablet and iPad.
Fantastic.
Like, my father told me that my laptop also gets 360 degree. The screen gets only 360 degree. So whenever you have to switch my father's laptop and iPad, so it asks for that. Are you going to use like key button, like on laptops there are keys? Are you going to use the keys or the screen one? So my father selects every time screen one because sometimes he also makes the computer and iPad, and he uses also laptop. And right now his laptop screen is flickering, but not that much. When he updated his laptop, just like a tornado, the screen flickering started.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
Happen when your laptop is 4 or 5 years old.
I see. Okay, very good. Okay, well, thank you, Arish, for that piece of advice. Okay, so today we talked about what you use your smartphones for, and you also gave me some advice about laptops, which just shows how much we expand in this class. So thank you all very much for the information, and I hope you've enjoyed today's class, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys, and see you tomorrow.